Hello everybody, ScootFish here, and welcome back to the Pogi Vlog. So, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. We're going to start off with the bad news, because it's a little more short and sweet, and then we're saving the better stuff for later. So, I'm not going to be able to go to the POGO Fest Chicago. So yeah, we're not going to be able to go to the festival, and I was pretty upset over it, but you know what? Gotta persevere sometimes, and I guess it's just something that, wasn't meant to be. Whatever, I guess. And the point is, too, that the tickets were gone in 6 minutes. Like, I was on top of it, and I was just trying to determine how to go about it, which options to go with for better budgeting purposes, and within that amount of time, they were gone. Completely gone. So it is what it is, and I guess that I'm just going to take that as more motivation to really get on the channel funding thing. And that, I know a lot of people don't take that very well, but if you guys enjoy watching something, then why should the people creating it not get paid? You know, I want to be able to afford to do things like that for you guys. If you're not able to go to it and want to see it, well, I want to be able to provide it. That's kind of the point of having a YouTube channel that covers things. And with Pokemon Go, I'm able to give such significantly different experiences than I am with other games, because other games, everyone can play it. The most I can do with that is like tips and tricks and tutorials and let's plays, that sort of thing. So, anyway, on to the big news. Like, that sucks and all, but here comes the big stuff. So we will still be busy on the channel. Don't worry, there's plenty of content to come, and that is because the gym rework is happening. You guys have probably noticed already. If you haven't, I don't know where you're living, but the gyms are all down. They took them down, and that is because they're going to be revamping them. And they announced today, along with... Sorry, guys, had a little burp. Anyway, they announced today that with the tickets, what is going on. It was actually just before the ticket prices were announced that they announced what is going on with the gym rework. They gave us, like, some hints as to what's actually going to happen. So, we're going to cover that. And you guys probably noticed I've got some gameplay going on over here. Is that the right side? Yeah, I believe it'd be over here. That's me doing my last lucky egg grind of the fire event, trying to max out the XP that I could get. It's actually after midnight, so it is the last day, technically. And I almost hit 29. Almost. But I did do some new evolutions, and obviously some of the fire evolutions, at the end of it. But I will also be cutting that here and there so that you guys can see some of the cool stuff that's coming. Or whatever weird stuff I do editing-wise here. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so they start out talking about a new feature of the gyms, which will be spinning a photo disc at the gym. Just like you do with Pokestops, and you'll be able to get items. But that will also be linked to your leveling up of the gyms and what items are going to drop from the gym. So there's obviously going to be some normal items that drop from the gym, stuff like that too, but there is going to be the chance of better items, which I will get to how you're able to get those better items here in a minute. They go on to state that gyms will no longer be leveling up through prestige, which honestly, I'm kind of welcoming that, because man, sometimes when it came to prestiging, like those higher level gyms and stuff, is just not worth the time in the items. But the way that it's going to work now is that it will feature 6 permanent slots that can be filled by the controlling team's Pokemon each Pokemon assigned to these slots must be unique. So that means no more Blissey and Dragonite and whatever gyms, just loaded with the top tier Pokemon to where you can't do anything with it. So that's dope. It says, for example, only one Blissey can be assigned to a gym at a time. In addition, opposing teams will battle the Pokemon in the order they were assigned to the gyms, which is really cool because now that means that it's not just going to be you're working up the CP ladder. That's what it was before, basically, was as you went through, you were working on those higher and higher Pokemon. And this way, you're going to actually get some mix in battling. You'd be able to stack gyms to where they could be really hard as far as certain type advantages and stuff like that. Like, I'm really looking forward to see what this is going to bring as far as some differentiation to the game, as far as the gym battling. To help keep the motivation up, you will be able to give them berries. You'll be able to feed your Pokemon berries. So you could essentially, if you are able to be close to a gym constantly, keep that gym powered up. And from what I can tell, that means for your Pokemon and your other teammates' Pokemon, which is totally, totally cool. Because I can think of a lot of circumstances in which my team and I could be out keeping our Pokemon all powered up and stuff like that. And if they lose all of their motivation, they will be returned to you the next time that they lose a battle. So keep them motivated, feed them berries, or they're coming back after they get beat a couple times. Pretty cool, pretty simple. Like it seems like that would be a much better gym system than what we have so far. But I'm still not done, you guys. So, another cool thing that they added, which we really didn't know about, was badges. There are now going to be badges in the game for the gyms that you hold and help to defend. Now, it looks like as well that these badges are going to be significant to each gym that you have. Like, it will have the photo disc picture within the badge. And you're able to level up the badges by battling, giving berries to the Pokemon in the gym, and spinning the photo disc on the gym. And as you level up that badge, you'll actually have the opportunity to receive bonus items and increased rewards from gyms of that badge. So yeah, that's what I was getting at as far as you being able to possibly get better items from the gyms in the future, is leveling up those badges. Freaking awesome. Like, oh my god, so much. But guess what? I'm not done. Okay, you guys, so here's the big one. Raids. We're getting the gym raids. And it is not like I was thinking. It's not actually part of the Gym Rework battle system that, is replacing prestiging and stuff like that. It's actually its own little separate thing. Now, it goes on to state, a raid battle is a cooperative gameplay experience that encourages you to work with other trainers to defeat an extremely powerful Pokemon known as a raid boss. Before a raid battle begins, a large egg will appear atop the gym. When the countdown above the egg reaches 0, the raid boss will be revealed. Now, to gain access to the raid boss, you're going to need what is called a raid pass. And to get those, you have to spin the photo disc at the gym. Now, you can only get it from your first spin of the photo disc at a gym per day, kind of like your Pokestops. And you'll also be able to purchase them within the shop, but you are only able to hold one raid pass at a time. So, you're going to want to figure out what works for you as far as when you're going to be using those. I know that I probably will not be purchasing any from the shop and trying to get a raid in each day to maximize that. Now, when you are doing the raid, you're facing a super powerful Pokemon, so you're not going to be able to take it yourself. But you can play with up to 20 players, and they will see that large egg appear at the top. And that's when you'll be able to go and do it. There'll be a timer on it, and you'll have that much time to basically get your raid group together. And it can be from any team. It doesn't matter what team it is. And you can go fight that raid boss. Now, if you guys defeat the raid boss within 5 minutes, then you will have the chance to catch a super powerful Pokemon. Whether it'll be something as powerful as the raid boss or not is yet to be decided, but I highly doubt people would be capable of putting in their own 20,000 CP Pokemon at a time filling up a gym. That would be insanity. Like, oh my gosh. So catching that rare Pokemon at the end of the raid is actually not the only goal of defeating the raid boss. There's actually going to be rewards at the end of it. And you'll get items, but you'll also get new items from what they're saying. And these actually consist of rare candies, golden raspberries, and 2 types of technical machines. And you old school Pokemoners know exactly what that means. So a rare candy seems like it's going to work a little bit differently than it does in the main series games. It says here that a rare candy is a mysterious candy that when used on a Pokemon turns into that Pokemon's candy. Now I'm assuming that it's not going to be just that one candy. Like, I can't imagine you'd be doing all that grind for one candy at a time. But that's still cool because that gives us another candy option to be able to grind up those Pokemon candies that are harder for us to actually obtain. Golden raspberries will greatly increase your chances of catching a Pokemon you encounter in the wild and can also be given to Pokemon assigned in gyms to fully restore their motivation. So, another item that is going to be like a max style item. I'm down with that. That's cool. Definitely excited for that as far as those rare catches that you want to make sure that you can catch. And then the technical machines are going to work in this game by giving you the ability to change a Pokemon's fast attack or their charged attack. So I don't know if it's going to give us an actual choice of what we want to put in those attack slots, but those Pokemon that you have that are super good Pokemon with crappy movesets, we're actually going to be able to use now, guys. Like, oh, I'm so stinking excited for that because that perfect IV Electabuzz that I evolved in, well, Elekid, and he turned into a crap Electabuzz. Oh, God. So there you have it, guys. Gyms are down, and that is because the rework is going on. And we are supposed to not have to wait too long before it actually happens. I would give it at least a week before you guys start getting frustrated because, you know, their typical update time. If we don't have it by then, well, I don't know. But the raid feature is actually going to take a little bit longer. Now, that is because they're doing that slow rollout beta testing thing that they've done with some other things in the past. And I actually, that's the only thing with the rework right now that I'm upset about. Because that means that other people are going to have the opportunity to get those higher tier items and those higher tier Pokemon before a lot of us other people are going to be getting it. Like, I know it's only select locations, but you're talking about, like, whole cities, basically, or whatever. That's pretty much how it's been in the past. So, I feel like that's a little bit unfair. I don't like it when they do that. It's kind of frustrating. And as far as the Chicago thing, I'm still trying to get a ticket figured out, you guys, but scalpers have raised the prices up to like $400 or $500, and oh, it just sucks. They were gone within 6 minutes. I swear to God, and they're just blame the scalpers. They bought them all up, and a lot of us POGOers don't get to enjoy the festival because of it. So there's my rant to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever I had going on over here with my little XP grind. I'm almost 29. I'm like the titty tat just away from 29. So what else? Dirty 30 coming up soon. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know, that YouTube stuff. And make sure to go follow me on my other social medias. They're in the channel art above the subscription box and next to the bell. Click that bell to make sure to get notifications when I post stuff. And if you guys feel like getting a head start on supporting the channel, my Patreon is in those links too. But I'll be doing a video on that another time. And until then, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.